Check 1, 2. Eureka, what's happening, man? Let's hear ya. I'm back again. Unfortunately, this is a 2-day show. I'm going to do tonight, but I have to head back home tonight. So hopefully the deer stay off $2.99 because there's nothing to eat on the road. So I don't want to hit no deer. I'd have to say, oh dear. Hey, want to let you folks know that the monsters are coming here to Eureka just in time before Halloween. It is the Malicious Monster Truck Tour. They're going to have kids' truck rides. They're going to have the Megasaurus is going to be here. The jet car is going to be here. There's going to be a kids' costume contest since we're so close to Halloween. Halloween I like because it's the only time of year you have permission to scare somebody. I love it. They're looking for contestants for their tough truck competition and their quadiators. Go to racingtheacres.com for more information. That's October 29th and 30th. And right now we got the North State Modified Series out there. They're just kind of running, practicing a little bit. Johnny Miskell's on the flag stand. That's a guy who's a legend in his own mind. I don't know if you folks are glad I'm back, but these folks right here are glad I'm back, only because of my music. All right, Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank their sponsors this year, Harper Motors. They have the pace car out there, the Mustang, Mid-City Motor World, O'Reilly's Auto Parts, Del Rico Distributing. Get down there and get, they have Modelo on tap, and they have some blonde beer on tap, and Sierra Nevada is on tap. Schaefer's Ace Hardware, Valley Pacific, and you got to go down there and try a pulled pork sandwich from Cook's Barbecue and Catering. Don's Rental, DCI Builders, Spencer Electric, Clarion Hotel, Bear River Casino. If you go over to Bear River Casino, say hello to my money over there too. Supercuts, also 4-star Mini Storage, Anderson Logging, North Coast Lighting, Automasters, McMurray & Sons Roofing, and Mercer Frazier Construction. And we got Bill Middleton, Big Bad Bill is Sweet William now. Married Life done changed him somehow. He's going to be our official starter tonight. Johnny Miskell's just up there running his class of the North State Modified Series. They will be running tomorrow, along with the late models. But tonight, we got Roadrunners, we got mini stocks, we got bombers, and we got legends. And speaking of legends, I am sitting next to a legend myself right here, and I'm talking about Bethany Rapp's dad. Bethany, I used to announce here 3 years ago. I haven't been here for about 3 years. Bethany came and we spoke at a school that was really cool, and she was an awesome driver. I had to check my license when I saw them walk in to make sure it wasn't my birthday. But it's good to have you guys here. Glad to have you. And we also want to thank Matt Sullivan for providing our stream. My name is Daniel Miller. I'm owner of Weberway Productions. It's a production company I have that's in my house on 16 acres, and I have cows and heifers and a steer, and we just got some chickens and a rooster, and the rooster's hair stands straight up, so I call him Kramer. But Kramer is a punk. I mean, he tries to go after me every single time. I give him the boot, he turns around, comes right back at me. And 3 miniature ponies, and I'm not a cowboy. I'm a raider. I'm not a cowboy, but I'm trying to change into a cowboy, I guess. So we've got a great show provided for you folks tonight, so stand by, hang on, get down there to the beer booth, get yourself, keep yourself hydrated, and if I decide to stay the night, then I'll just sleep right where I fall. So, and enjoy yourselves. Once again, the monsters are coming to town. And I'm not talking the monsters, I'm talking the monsters. Monster Truck. It's the Malicious Monster Truck Tour. And it's going to be October 29th and 30th right here at the Acres. There's going to be a kids' costume contest. And our late models are going to come on out and provide a little show. They're just going to warm them up, kind of dialing them in for tomorrow. And if I don't say this now, these girls right here, these scorekeepers, they're the best. They're the best in town. If I don't say that, I'm not going to be able to find my vehicle by the end of the night. Oh, he did? Oh, okay. Thank you. Speaking of Harper Motors, there's the pace car right there. I still have to figure out how we got my car there. Johnny Miskell, a legend in his own mind. All right. So before we start our heat races for this evening, I'd like everybody please stand up. Gentlemen or ladies, please remove your hats. I tried to ask the scorekeepers, they wouldn't do it. I tried to ask Bethany, she wouldn't do it. So I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine. Her name is Kelly Thone. She came into my studio and sang this song, and she did it in one take. So I give you my friend, Kelly Thone, for our national anthem. All right, my friend Kelly Thone, she did a great job. Well, guess what? Maybe Roadrunner time. What's that? All right, the official pace car of that Mustang, beautiful looking Mustang, driven by Chris Arnold, Harper Motors. And in car number 31 of our Roadrunners. Sponsored by Napa Auto Parts, A&M Towing, Bud's Mini Storage, Howard's Body Paint out of Samoa, that is Nick Ford. And on the outside, in the number 17, sponsored by Clyde's Towing, John's Used Cars and Wreckers out of Fortuna is Sean Wildman. Second row on the inside. Looks like it's number 16 there. Sponsored by K-Swiss Construction, Dean's Creek Resorts out of McKinleyville is Tanisha Ratzlaff. And on the outside, in that number 39, excuse me, that's number 20 on the outside. Actually 21, no, we're gonna call it number 20. Sponsored by Bud's Mini Storage out of Samoa, that's Dylan Ford. Third row on the inside in the number 51. Sponsored by Mafati Electric and Mom and Dad out of Eureka is Ryan David. Then the number 29. Number 29, sponsored by HPS Martin Construction. Jay West with Mobile Diesel Repair out of Eureka is Jeremiah Martin. And the last row on the inside, number 61, He is sponsored by McKinleyville Glass, Dwayne Johnston, DWI Racing out of McKinleyville, Bob Ratzloff. Green flag flies. We are underway. And car number 55 looks like it's Ty Rose. Car looks like the Cole Trickle car from Days of Thunder. Holy Toledo. That's exactly why you don't look for your registration while you're turning the corner. Sometimes they get into each other. I think he just gave him a love tap, though. I think he just gave him a love tap. Bill Middleton, our official starter tonight. Bill, it's always great to see you, my friend. Yeah, folks, if you head on over to Bear River Casino, make sure you just say hello to my money over there. Oh, don't start with me now. They do know where they started. You know, I tell you, I haven't been here for 3 years, and the scoreboard looks fantastic. The spotters tower across the way looks really good. You guys just been doing a great job here. And Eureka, I miss you guys. It's so much cooler over here. I think you guys are the coolest in California. I'm talking about you folks, not the weather, okay? All right. Pacific Towing, the official tow truck for Redwood Acres Raceway. Pacific Towing, they won't charge you an arm and a leg, they just want your toes. As they give the courtesy lap for the pit. That number 16 that got into the 17, they're probably singing this song. How do you like me now? All right, we're ready to get the action back going again. Nick Ford and that number 31 on the pole. Green flag flies. We're back underway. Jeremiah Martin was trying to make a move onto the inside there, but he got blocked by a Ford and a Ford. Whoa, getting a little loose there coming out of turn 4. Fastest time goes to Jeremiah Martin with a 21.235. And look at that, number 51 of Ryan David going to the outside. The battle's for the third spot right there. He's trying to take it away from Nick Ford. I just noticed on the number 20, the brake light works. That's good. Fastest time, again, Jeremiah Martin with a 19.844. Jeremiah Martin just running away. He's starting to put some real estate in between him and the number 20 of Dylan Ford. Fastest time goes to Ryan David on that one at 20.054. And Ryan David in that number 51 now has that third spot from Nick Ford. And now Dylan Ford's starting to pick up some speed there, but he's still having a little trouble with that turn 4. Boy, Elton John saying, "Don't let the sun go down on me." It can go down anytime it wants to. Talk about blinded by the light. Jeremiah Martin. And he's got the white flag in his hand. Next time Jeremiah Martin comes around, he's going to see that solid color. We are 8 laps down. There it is, white flag, 1 to go for Jeremiah Martin. Nick's honking his horn, saying hi to everybody. Down the backstretch he goes into turn number 3. He's coming at turn number 4, number 29. Your heat race winner, Jeremiah Martin. There's Bob Ratzlaff in that number 61. Was walking through the pits earlier today, and Bob walked up to me and goes, "It's about time you came back and saw me." We got Big T, Tony's on the entry there, the back entry. So once again, October 29th and October 30th, just before Halloween, the monsters are coming. The Malicious Monster Truck Tour comes to Redwood Acres Raceway. They're going to have a kids' costume contest, and they are looking for entries for their tough truck competition and the quadriators. Gladiators, quadiators, tomato. Here comes that Mustang, Harper Motors, and the mini stock's coming out. First out in the 07 car, sponsored by GE Logging, S&H Auto Machine, Round Prairie Ranch Firewood out of Locksburg. That is Cole Peterson. And the number 16, sponsored by Ken's Auto Parts, John's Used Cars Wreckers, Clyde's Towing, and Wally Machine out of Neyland. That is Eric O'Farrell. In the number 14, sponsored by Central Avenue Service Center, West Green Company out of Blue Lake. That is Jarrett Mayo, but I just like to call him Mayonnaise. In the number 13, sponsored by McKinleyville Barbershop, Jordan Permanent Construction out of McKinleyville. That is Brian Merle Jr. And it looks like the number 33, sponsored by Cat Shack Ice Cream, Premier Oil Change out of Fortuna. That is Colton Kinsey. And on the outside, in that number 39, sponsored by Planet Cave, Landmore Realty out of Fortuna, Gary Kleintobe. And then the number 7, sponsored by A&M Towing, Far West Trucking out of McKinleyville is Allison McCarty. And then the number 85 is making their way out. Oh, he ran in the Roadrunner, so he's pulling double duty tonight. So he doesn't have to change his helmet. He just has to get his butt into his car and get strapped up and get going. And the number 85 is CJ Dalton. Looks like we got some movement. So can one of you folks tell me how Chris Arnold got my car out there and did it as a pace car? How did he get my car? I would like it back. I need to go home tonight. He should put lights on it pretty fast. All right, so we got Cole Peterson. And finally, the 85 makes his way out here. Better late than never. He sure had a hard time getting those seatbelts on. All right, mini stocks. It's about to go down here at the Redwood Acres Raceway. Down the backstretch they go. They're going to be fast, and I'm just going to talk slow. Big Bad Bill, Sweet William now looks them over, coming out of 4, gives them a green flag. They're underway. Cole Peterson in that 07. Whoa, and got a little loose there on the number 16. Now where's Mayonnaise going? He went in the dirt a little bit and then decided to come back out. Whoa. Holy Toledo. Oh, and the 07 getting loose coming out of 2. Oh my goodness, they're drifting away. Jarrett Mayonnaise. Right underneath his back window, he's got a Las Vegas Raiders sticker. That must be what's making him go fast. Here comes Gary Kleintobe in that number 39. The mini wagon. And I've been holding on some information for you folks, but tonight is the Roadrunner and Mini Stock Championship night. I was going to unveil that during the main events, but I can't keep a secret to save my life. So Jarrett Mayo leading the way. We are 7 laps down into this heat race. And it's going to be a white flag, 1 to go. He goes into turn 3, coming out of turn 4. White flag, 1 to go for Mayonnaise. CJ Dalton now coming around, but here comes the man with the checker flag. It's going to be Jarrett Mayo. CJ Dalton. All right, it's bomber time. Bomb, 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 bomb. And in the 00, sponsored by Reds Family Racing, TJS out of Eureka, that is Jordan Krupa. In the number 10, Brandon Kotry. In the number 50R, sponsored by Thumper Racing, out of Blue Lake is Ed Rasmussen. In the number 64, sponsored by Owsley Electric, 4-star mini storage, bin book logging out of Eureka is Cadence Toland. And in the number 88, I cannot believe it, it is Mr. Sam Brown himself. Sam Brown from downtown. Never wears a frown as long as he's in that car. Bill looks at him, he's going to give him 1 at the line. Stay crossed up. Front row must stay even Steven. And the number 17 really is missing out there. I can gladly say I announced for one of these cars about 5 years ago, and I thought, well, my God, what am I doing in this car? Bill's going to look him out. Coming out of 4, green flag. This heat race is underway. And Ed Rasmussen and Jordan Krupa right now. Ed Rasmussen's taking the inside. Side by side coming out of 4. And the 50R. Putting some real estate between him and Krupa, but here Krupa's coming back. Right on his tail. Ed Rasmussen, Jordan Krupa, Brandon Kotry, and Cadence Toland. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sam Brown in that number 88. Holding on to that 3rd spot. Jordan Krupa's looking for some power out of that 00. He's looking to the inside. Backs off momentarily. And Sam Brown going off the pace really quick. Well, I told you Sam Brown never frowns. Well, guess what? He's frowning now. We got 5 laps down in this first heat race for our Bombers. And this time around, we've got 7 laps down, and it's Ed Rasmussen from Blue Lake, Jordan Krupa, Brandon Kotry. Next time they come around the start-finish line, they're going to have the white flag, and it's going to be Ed Rasmussen. But Krupa's not going away easy, staying right behind him. White flag, 1 to go. Into turn 3 with that 50R coming at turn 4. It's going to be checker flag for Ed Rasmussen. Whoa. 64, keeping it to the floor. Caden's Tolan. Shining down on me and you with our second Bomber race. Our Bomber heat coming out right now. And there's the number 13. Number 13 being driven by Donovan Cox. In the number 99, sponsored by Nikki, Ron's Quality Auto, and Nugget Racing out of Eureka, Chris Naughton. In the number 44, sponsored by Red's Family Racing, out of Eureka tonight, being driven by Tyler Krupa. In the number 24, sponsored by Red's Family Racing, 4-star mini storage, Sam Brown Trucking, TJS out of Eureka is Raquel Krupa. In the number 9, sponsored by Cox & Cox Construction, R&B Heating and Air, Action Axle and Napa out of Shasta Lake City is Brian King. He's from my neck of the woods there. And then the number 27, sponsored by Lawrence Water Express, TNT Towing out of Ukiah, Lawrence Power Jr. Coming out of 4, Bill looks him over and gives him the green flag. This heat race is underway. Tyler Krupa in that number 44. And after 1, it's still Donovan Cox. And 2 laps completed, still Donovan Cox, Tyler Krupa, then it's Brian King, Raquel Krupa, and the number 99, Chris Naughton. Looks like Lauren Powers Jr. is just kind of staying back behind, just kind of cruising on a Friday night. And we've got 4 laps completed, 6 to go in this second heat race for our Bombers. And it's the lucky 13, Donovan Cox. And a caution flag comes out, and that's the number 99, Chris Naughton. He did a little spin out. Hey, it's okay, no worries there, Chris Naughton. No place where I call home. Bill's giving him 1 at the line. And then I look over and make sure that the caution light comes out, and it is out. That means that front row stays even Steven, and we are going green. And it's not cheating unless you get caught. Then it's cheating. I learned that last week. And here they go, they're green under green again, and it's on his way. Tyler Krupa trying to take advantage of that, being on the front row. Holy Toledo, side by side down the backstretch they go into turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4, and they're still side by side. We're gonna have to say Tyler Krupa just by a bumper. And here comes Brian King on the inside. Whoa! Brian King right on the tail of Donovan Cox. And we are 7 laps down. We've got 3 to go. Down the backstretch, Tyler Krupa. And now Lauren Powers Jr. finally comes in to play. He's now in 4th spot. Brian King still holding on to that 3rd spot, but Lauren Powers Jr. looks to be going to the outside of him. Down the backstretch they go into turn 3, and the battle's for the 3rd position. Here comes the white flag, 1 to go for Tyler Krupa. And I'm gonna have to give it to Lauren Powers Jr. just by a bumper, but man, Brian King's not going anywhere just yet. And the number 44, holy Toledo, they almost got into the back. And it's going to be Tyler Krupa in that 44. Donovan Cox in second. Lauren Powers Jr. is in third, and Brian King's in fourth. So, folks, I got to tell you about this car right here. That car belonged to a man named Steve Taylor, owned Steve Taylor Excavation, and Steve passed away last year. That's Cole Brown in that car that's going to be doing a memorial for him. And unfortunately, I can't be here tomorrow because I have to go do a celebration of life for another Steve Taylor that passed away earlier this year. So that's Cole Brown driving that car. That's Steve Taylor's old modified. And if you ever get a chance to look at that car up close, it says, "One day you're going to be driving this car, Cole Brown." That's a quote from Steve Taylor. You guys can't hear me? They're going to give him a white flag, 1 to go. Folks down here are saying they can't hear me. Let me try to boost it up. Anyways, tomorrow, Steve Taylor Memorial race here. And that's going to be Cole Brown driving that car. And that's Steve Taylor was a guy who really cared about his racing community. He was from Cloverdale, raced in Ukiah. He raced all over Northern California. And I tell you that guy would help out every kid out there racing. That's what really makes a special guy like that. So I had one conversation with him. I did a commercial for his excavation company, and he said, "Escape the excavate. Where did you come up with that one?" I said, "I don't know, it just kind of came to me." And he said, "Brilliant," he walked away. That was it. All right, here comes some legends. These guys are legends in their own mind, but it's okay, because they're pretty fast. Starting off, we're going to go with the number 5. Sponsored by TJS Trucking, Brown's Trucking, Cardwell Banker, Red Family Racing out of McKinleyville is Jordan Payman. It looks like the number 17 is next, sponsored by Caliber Home Loans from Fortuna. That is Melissa Miles. Second row on the inside, the number 3 is sponsored by Pappy's Greasy Spoon, Can Be Music, South Clackamas Community Church, and Real World Studios out of Canby, Oregon. That's Andy Thornton. And on the outside of him, in that number 3J, I'm going to double check that really quick. No, that's going to be the 3D. What are we in, a movie theater or something? 3D is Trent Daniels, sponsored by Anderson Logging, Daniels Construction, and then there's the number 55, and that's Justin Johnson. Down the backstretch to go. It's Melissa Miles right now. Wow, here comes the number 3 of Andy Thornton. Melissa Miles has got the fastest time with an 18.779. And look at that, Justin Johnson's now already up into the 4th spot. That 11X is Dustin Myers. Fastest time still goes to Melissa Miles. Excuse me, no, it's Jordan Payman with an 18.781. And that's that number 5, the sedan style wagon. Jordan Payman sticking to the outside. Rick Estes in that number 4. Jordan Payman trying to go to the inside. And there goes Thornton. Thornton to the inside, and Jordan Payman's going to just follow suit. As I always like to say, it's about to go down. Jordan Payman, Andy Thornton, 1 and 2 right there. Oh, and 55, Justin Johnson facing the wrong way. And Rick Estes goes off the track on the number 4. So right now it's Andy Thornton, Jordan Payman, Melissa Miles, the 11X of Dustin Myers, and then the 3D Trent Daniels, and then number 55, Justin Johnson. And Rick Estes has not came back on, but we got to give him the courtesy laps. Oh, and he's done. And they're going to cross him up. Going to get ready to go. All right. Bill looks him over, gives him the green flag. Underway. Andy Thornton and Jordan Payment side by side on that front row. Melissa Miles is not going anywhere just yet, and here comes Justin Johnson. Gonna try to make another run at it. Melissa Miles going to the inside of Jordan Payment. The battle's for that second spot. And we got 7 laps down. We're 3 more to go. White flag, 1 to go for Andy Thornton. And he comes, whoa, Jordan tried to go to the inside, but he doesn't. And it's going to be Andy Thornton. Jordan Pavement looked like he was going to try to make a move there, and then he just backed off at the last second. It's not jalapeno, it's jalapeno. You got to say it right. Jalapeno. Not jalapeno, jalapeno. That's what I call it. And boy, what it does to my stomach. All right, Hopper Motors bring it back out, my Mustang. There it is. And coming out now in the number 7, which I believe is the 7D. And it is going to be 7D. That 7D sponsored by Anderson Logging and Daniels Construction out of Fort Bragg. Yes, Kylie Daniels. In the number 19, Mr. Birthday Man himself. He's sponsored by North Coast Lighting and Electric, Danco Builders, Ballistic out of Eureka. That's Brandon White. In the number 35. That's Mr. Jeremy Doss. In that number 35. Second row on the inside, and then on the outside, in the number 8, sponsored by Anderson Logging and Daniels Construction, is Aiden Daniels in the number 8. Third row on the inside. That's the number 11. He's sponsored by Caldwell Banker, Cutter Realty Property Management out of McKinleyville, Brent Merle. And then the number 21, he's sponsored by Reds Family Racing, Tyler Krupa pulling double duty. And that number 8, sponsored by Westpac Produce Distributing out of McKinleyville, Scott Taylor. Rounding out the back of the pack in the number 91 is Cody Winchell, sponsored by Winchell Racing. And right now, Brandon White, Mr. Birthday Boy himself, pulling off a 17th second for the fastest time. Three laps down, 7 to go. Fastest time going to Jeremy Doss on that last one. 17.691. Still Jeremy Doss with a fast time. He's gaining ground little by little. Brandon White, birthday boy himself, leading the way. Jeremy Doss. Jeremy Doss is going to try to put his cake in his face. He's gaining little by little, more and more. 6 laps down. This time around, we've got 7 laps down, 3 to go. Kylie Daniels in the 7D. Jeremy Doss. This time around, they're going to have a white flag, 1 to go. And there it is. Can Jeremy Doss catch him? Can Brandon White fight him off? Out of turn 2, down the back stretch. Jeremy Doss is going to try to make one more run to the inside. Holy Toledo side by side coming at it forward. It's going to be anybody's race. It's going to be Brandon White by a nose or a bumper. Excuse me. Actually, the license plate bolts. That was close. Holy moly. Well, I think Jeremy says, okay, Brandon, there you go. You can win the heat race. There's your birthday present. Next, he's going to bring out the cake and smash it in his face. All right, folks, we're going to give you a chance to get down there and get something to eat, get some liquids in you, and we're going to take a short break, and we will be back. Until then, I always say, Bethany Rapp, you're my kind of girl.
Welcome to fun, rewards, and more chances to win. Bear River Casino and Resort is waiting for you. Visit the River's Edge restaurant, stay at the beautiful hotel, but you want to stay at Bear River Casino and Resort.
Hey y'all, downstairs at Redwood Acres Raceway, you can visit Cook's Barbecue and get yourself a good pulled pork sandwich or all the other barbecue fixings that you can dream of. But be sure to stop down and see Cook's Barbecue downstairs in the grandstands.
DCI Builders has earned a reputation as a premier construction company in Humboldt County. Their goal is consistent performance, high-quality workmanship to meet their customers' needs and being a knowledgeable resource for all of their customers. We are continually grateful to serve and be a part of your community. Please contact DCI Builders for any type of building you need. Harper Ford and Harper Kia is your destination for a new or used vehicle. Located just north of Eureka on Highway 101, Harper Ford is your premier Ford dealership in Humboldt County. If you need a new or used vehicle, visit Harper Ford and Harper Kia. Mercer Fraser Construction has been a longtime supporter of Redwood Acres Raceway. Located at 77 West 2nd Street in Eureka, Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank Mercer Fraser for their continued support. Mid-City Motor World is your local Toyota and Honda dealer just north of Eureka on Highway 101. You can reach them at 707-443-4871 and visit their website at midcitymotorworld.com. If you need a new Toyota or Honda, contact Mid-City Motor World.
For all of your automotive needs, you need to check out O'Reilly's Auto Parts. They're in Eureka, Fortuna, and McKinleyville. Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank O'Reilly's for their continued support.
Pacific Towing is a proud supporter of Redwood Acres Raceway. Next time you need a tow or you get your keys locked in your car, contact Pacific Towing. They're located dealer. So if you're looking for machinery, go visit them. Pape Machinery is located on Jacobs Avenue, just north of Eureka. Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank Schaefer's Ace Hardware and Henderson Center for their continued support. If you need anything related to your home or garden, please visit Schaefer's Ace Hardware in friendly Henderson Center. Spencer Electric has more than 30 years experience in electrical, including underground, healthcare, industrial, traffic signals, commercial, and residential wiring. If you need anything electrical, contact Spencer Electric at 707-441-9004. Find your cut and style at Supercuts. They are now open in the Bayshore Mall. You can contact them at 707-443-1515 to schedule your next hair appointment. Supercuts. Valley Petroleum is a proud supporter of Redwood Acres Raceway. If you need petroleum, visit one of their many card locks located throughout the North Coast.
Hey, once again, folks, the monsters are coming here to Redwood Acres Raceway. Malicious Monster Truck Tour, 29th and the 30th of October. They're going to have a kids' costume contest. They're looking for qualified contestants for their tough truck competition and their quadrators. They're also going to have kids' rides. They're going to have the Megasaurus and the jet cars going to be here. For more information, go to racingtheacres.com. And being that Big Bad Bill, Sweet William Now, the flagman, the official starter, is out on the track, which means we're going to stop the cars and we're going to announce them as we should do properly. And Bill already knows me that I will start from the back and work my way up front. And here comes that Mustang, my Mustang. And here comes our Mimi Roadrunners. Let Bill know that we're going to work our way and come back to the front. Cool. So last time I was here a couple weeks ago, I was talking to Chris Arnold, who drives the pace car, and I was telling him my favorite car is a 65 Shelby. All right, starting on the back row on the outside in the number 55, Mr. Ty Rose. And on the inside, number 61, he's sponsored by McKinley Glass, Dwayne Johnston, Han Zolo, and DWI Racing out of McKinleyville. Give it up for Bob Ratzloff. Second row on the outside, number 29. He's sponsored by HPS, Martin Construction, Jay West with Mobile Diesel Repair, and Han Zolo Automotive out of Eureka, Jeremiah Martin. In the number 51. He's sponsored by Mafati Electric and Mom and Dad out at Eureka. That is Ryan David. And on the front row, on the outside in the number 20, he's sponsored by Bud's Mini Storage, A&M Towing, Specialty Foreign Auto out of Samoa. That is Dylan Ford. And on the inside, sponsored by Napa Auto Parts, A&M Towing, Bud's Mini Storage, Howard's Body Shop, Bayside Realty, out of Samoa, Nick Ford. On the front row, Ford and Ford. And the pace cards are Ford. Now, Ford can go two ways. It could be fix or repair daily, or it could be first on race day. We'll find out here. It's our main event, Roadrunners Championship Night. Jeremiah Martin is the current points leader. Oh, she lied. It's number 61, Bob Ratzloff. Well, it's a good thing nobody listens to the announcer. Green flag. This main event's underway. And look at that, Jeremiah Martin. 3 wide coming down the front stretch. And they get right back into line. And now they're going to go 3 wide down the back stretch. And then the 29 dives back into line again. And it's Dylan Ford right now with the fastest time of 21.131. Jeremiah Martin now working the outside. I'm just wondering what kind of Cheerios he gave his car, because, man, he was running strong. Jeremiah Martin with the fastest time on that last lap, 20.264. And we've got a leader, Jeremiah Martin, and he's not looking back. And Ryan David moves into that third spot. Nick Ford in fourth. Bob Ratzloff and Ty Rose. Ty Rose can tie a yellow ribbon. Jeremiah Martin, your leader. Dylan Ford. Fastest time is Jeremiah Martin with a 19.856. And he's putting some real estate in between him and Dylan Ford. I think he just welded his gas pedal right to the frame. This time around, lucky number 7, 7 laps down. Roadrunners Championship night here at the Acres. Redwood Acres Raceway would like to also thank O'Reilly Auto Parts, Del Rica Distributing, Pape, Spencer Electric, Clarion Hotel, Don's Rentals, Supercuts, North Coast Lighting. Jeremiah Martin, and look at this, the number 51's now battling for that second spot. That's Ryan David. Moving to the outside, and he makes it stick. And Ryan David now in the second position. There goes the number 55. He's going into the pits. And look at this, the number 55 finally ate his Cheerios. He's starting to move up. Fastest time was Ryan David with a 20.159. Oh, and Bob Ratzloff right in between turns 3 and 4. That's going to bring out the caution flag. Now that's going to change things dramatically because they're going to cross them up. And that's going to put the number 51 of Ryan David right on the outside of Jeremiah Martin. Hey, make sure you get down to the beer booth and see the girls down there. They got Modelo on tap. They even got Snapple down there made from the best stuff on earth. All right, I want to hear it from you, Eureka. Who's going for Jeremiah Martin? Let's hear it. Who's going for Ryan David? Who's going for Dylan Ford? Who's going for Nick Ford? Both Fords got, I think Jeremiah Martin's, oh, he's saying hi to you. All right, light is out. They were showing one at the line. And finally the sun goes down. I don't have that glare no more. I don't have a glare or a gleam in my eye. As they look him out at 4, Bill's going to look him over, gives him the green flag. This main event back underway. And look at that, number 51. Woo! Championship night for the Roadrunners. And Jeremiah Martin now reclaims his lead from Ryan David. Dylan Ford in 3rd, Nick Ford in 4th, Bob Ratzloff, and it's good to see the number 55 back out here, Ty Rose. "13 laps done for this Roadrunner main event championship night. And it looks like Ryan David's going to start to give him a run for his money. Jeremiah Martin with the fastest time. "15 laps down, 10 laps left. Roadrunners championship night here at the Acres." Fastest time on that last lap, Jeremiah Martin, 19.819. And Ryan David has the fastest lap on that last one with a 19.755. And here he's starting to make ground now. 7 laps left to go. This main event, championship night. Ty Rose goes back to the pits now. Still having a problem with that number 55. Down the backstretch, Jeremiah Martin goes into turn 3, coming out of turn 4. And this time around, we've got 5 laps left. Can Ryan David do it? Or is Jeremiah Martin going to fight him off? We know that Nick Ford's horn still works, so that's a good thing. 4 laps left for Jeremiah Martin. As he comes up into traffic, he's going to try to dive to the inside. Bill gives him the move over signal. Jeremiah Martin, next time he comes around, he's going to get that white flag, 1 to go. Down the backstretch he goes, and that number 29. And the 51 guy held up a little bit. There it is, white flag, 1 to go for Jeremiah Martin. And checker flag goes to Jeremiah Martin. He wins tonight's main event. But your Roadrunner champion tonight, Bob Ratzloff. And I don't care what he says, you spell his name backwards, it's still Bob. And Nick's still showing us that his horn works. There he is, Jeremiah Martin in the number 29. Big Bad Bill's gonna take him out his trophy. There he is. Let him hear it, Eureka. Jeremiah Martin. Now they got a trophy girl coming out right now. She's going to hand Jeremiah Martin his trophy. Again, your Roadrunner champion is Bob Ratzloff. Number 61. Look at that, and I did that without any paperwork. Ha! And I usually can't read during the nighttime. I went to day school. Now here comes another photo opportunity. Eureka, give him another round of applause. Jeremiah Martin, your main event winner tonight. And how about a big round of applause for Bob Ratzloff for winning the championship of the Roadrunners. And next we're going to have our mini stock main event coming out. Also champion night for them. Yeah, but we'll start from the outside. On the back row, in the number 7, sponsored by A&M Towing, Far West Trucking, Fred's Body Shop, Humboldt Hot Spot Spa, out of McKinleyville. Give it up for Allison McCarty. And on the inside is the number 85. Give it up for Mr. C.J. Dalton. Third row on the outside, in the number 39, sponsored by Plant Cave, Landmore Realty, Fortuna Wheel and Brake from Fortuna, Gary Kleintobe. What number is that? 33. In the number 33, sponsored by Cat Shack Ice Cream, Premier Oil Change, Walters Trucking, and Brandon White Racing out of Fortuna, Colton Kinsey. Oh, a lot of Kinsey fans here tonight. Second row on the outside in the number 13, sponsored by McKinleyville Barbershop. Jordan Payment Construction, and Dad from McKinleyville, Brian Merle Jr. And on the inside is number 14, sponsored by California Army National Guard, Dwayne Johnson Trucking, out of Blue Lake, Jarrett Mayo. And on the front row on the outside in the number 16, sponsored by Wally's Machine, Clyde's Towing, from Neyland, give it up, Eric O'Farrell. And the 07, sponsored by GE Logging, SNH Auto Machine, and Round Prairie Ranch Firewood from Blacksburg, Cole Peterson. Chris Arnold in that Harper Motors pace car, the Mustang. Well, Eric O'Farrell, the number 16, is your current points leader. And according to what I've been told, all he has to do is complete one lap, and he's locked down the championship. So let's see if he ate his Wheaties today. As they come out of 4, Big Bad Bill looks him over, gives him the green flag. So as long as the number 16 doesn't end up as a wallflower, he's going to sew up the championship tonight. Down the backstretch they go. And here comes Gary Kleintobe. So Eric O'Farrell has now locked up the championship, so let's see what he can do for this main event. Cole Peterson still on the front row, but look at that. I think he knows now that he's got the championship. He's going to go for gusto. Fastest time going to Gary Kleintobe with a 19.020. And Jarrett Mayo, Mayonnaise. 3 wide going down the front stretch for that second spot. Brian Merle Jr. right in between them. That's a truck sandwich. Watch out. Here comes Gary Kleintobe. It's a free-for-all. Cole Peterson's got it by a bumper. Jarrett Mayo. And now Brian Merle Jr. is trying to find his way back in there. Look at Gary Kleintobe. What, he's going to drive in the dirt? Holy moly. Something's got to give sooner or later. Oh, and Cole Peterson gets a little loose coming out too. Jarrett Mayo now holds that second spot. Here comes Brian Merle Jr. on the outside for that third position. Side by side coming down the front stretch. 6 laps down. Cole Peterson got loose again coming at it too. Gary Kleintobe now battling for that first spot. Eric O'Farrell, I believe he's just locked down that gas and just not looking back. So it's Eric O'Farrell, Jarrett Mayo, Brian Merle Jr., Gary Kleintobe, Cole Peterson. Oh, and Cole gets a little loose coming out of 4. Man, he's got the pedal to the metal and the thing to the floor. And now Brian Merle Jr.'s got his sights on second spot. He's coming up right on the tail end of Jarrett Mayo. And now they're going to start coming into traffic. They're coming up on Allison McCarty. Eric O'Farrell, your leader, in number 16, going down the backstretch right now. Jarrett Mayo, Brian Merle Jr., Gary Kleintove. 12 laps done. As they complete lucky lap number 13. Eric O'Farrell, boy, he is just driving a good night. And Brian Merle Jr. now right on the tail end of Jarrett Mayo. Brian's catching him slowly but surely. Number 14, number 13. And now they're both gaining ground on Eric O'Farrell. Something's got to give. It's going to be the 14, the 13, or the 16. And we've got 17 laps completed. And Brian Merle just got loose coming out of turn 2. That's going to cost him a few seconds. And there's the move over flag for the number 33. Oh, and Jarrett Mayo now on the tail end of Eric O'Farrell. Now 19 laps are finished. Jarrett Mayo neighs. Oh, 20 laps done. And Jarrett Mayo's now looking to the inside of the number 16. As he's going for it, side by side coming in at 4. They're just teasing us. And Jarrett Mayo now has a car length down the back stretch into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4. Here comes Brian Merle Jr. now. And Gary Kleintove right there. 22 laps down. And now Brian Merle Jr. holds on to that second spot. Gary Kleintove goes for the 3rd position. The next time around, they're going to get that solid colored flag, the white flag. Jarrett Mayo, Brian Merle Jr. Gary Kleintove now takes over that 3rd spot. There goes Brian on the outside. And we got a white flag, 1 to go, side by side. Uh-oh. Tonight we're on the loose, and so is the mini stocks. As you're coming around, it's going to be anybody's race. And it's going to be Jarrett Mayo just by a bumper and partial of the front tire. Whoa, whoa, woo! Talk about threading the needle. Jarrett Mayo's not good at turning right, he's only good at turning left. California National Guard. There he is, Jarrett Mayo! He gets a big hug from, oh, okay, I see. Kids, close your eyes. Number 14, Jarrett Mayo, main event winner. I told you, Jarrett, that Raider sticker on the back is going to do it for you tonight. You could give him another round of applause. Jarrett Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise Racing. Congratulations, Jarrett. Hey, folks, I want you to give our safety crew a big round of applause. They always make sure our drivers are safe here at the Redwood Acres Raceway. We wouldn't have it any other way. Which means we're going to bring out our Bombers next for their main event. All right, as we go to the very, very back, in that number 64, sponsored by Owsley Electric, 4-store mini storage, bin book, box logging, out of Eureka. Give it up for Cadence Tolan. On the 6th row, on the outside. In the number 88, sponsored by Brown's Trucking, give it up, Sam Brown. In the number 13, put your hands together, Donovan Cox. In the 4th row, on the outside, That is the number 10. Put your hands together for Brandon Cottrey. In the number 50R, sponsored by Thumper Racing, from Blue Lake, Ed Rasmussen. Third row on the outside, and that number 27, sponsored by Lawrence Water Express. TNT Towing, from Ukiah, Lauren Powers Jr. In the number 9K on the inside, sponsored by Cox & Cox Construction, R&B Heating and Air, Action Axle and Napa from Shasta Lake City, Brian King. Second row on the outside in the number 24, sponsored by Red's Family Racing, 4-Star Mini Storage, Sam Brown Trucking, TJS, out of Eureka, Raquel Krupa. On the inside in that number 44, sponsored by Red's Family Racing, from Eureka, Tyler Krupa. Front row on the outside in the number 99, sponsored by Nikki, Ron's Quality Auto, and Nugget Racing from Eureka, Chris Naughton. And in the 00, sponsored by TJS and Red's Family Racing from Eureka, that is Jordan Krupa on the pole. It's bomber time, and time is going to be running out. And they were showing one at the line. Light is out. That means next time they come around, as long as that front row stays side by side, we're going to go green. It's the Bomber main event. And it's about to go down. Big Bad Bill, Sweet William now, looks him over, coming at it forward, gives him the green flag, and this main event's underway. Jordan Krupa. And look at that, Tyler Krupa right on the inside, followed by Brian King. And here comes Ed Rasmussen. And after one, it's Jordan Krupa. Jordan Krupa, Tyler Krupa, Brian King, Ed Rasmussen. Here comes Raquel Krupa now. 3 Krupas in the top 5, look out. That's what you call a family affair. This time around, we've got 4 laps completed for our main event. And Tyler Krupa looking to the outside of Jordan Krupa. Brian King now is trying to work the inside. Oh, threading the needle. Whoa, getting a little loose right in turns 1 and 2. Brian King from Shasta Lake City in that 3rd spot. You got to get past the 2 Krupas up front. And here comes Lauren Powers Jr. working the outside of Raquel Krupa for that 5th spot. Lauren Powers Jr. now side by side with Raquel Krupa. And holy moly. There he goes down the back stretch. It's still a battle for that 3rd spot. And now Lauren Powers Jr. has got Ed Rasmussen in his sights. Brian King looks to be going to the inside of Tyler. Oh, sparks fly. Sparks flew and nobody fell in love. What the heck's going on? Brian King side by side with Tyler Krupa. And Brian King working the inside. And look at this, Raquel Krupa now working the inside. Oh! Touch, that's a love tap. That was just giving him a love tap saying, hey, I'm right here. Brian King's looking to go to the inside of Jordan Krupa. And there he goes. They're side by side coming at a 4. And Tyler Krupa's following along with Brian King. And now he's going to start to work the inside. This time around, we got 11 laps down. And look at that, Ed Rasmussen. Oh, and a caution comes out. Oh, turn 4. Between the number 64 of Cadence Tolan, it looks like the number 10. Well, that's going to change things dramatically because that's going to put them side by side up front. Tyler Krupa and Brian King. Second row will be Jordan Krupa, followed by Ed Rasmussen. And then that third row looks to be Lauren Powers Jr. and should be Raquel Krupa. Of course, all of results are unofficial until they make it through tech and get their cars weighed and whatnot. Let's see who loaded up on the pasta and who did not. Brian King from Shasta Lake City. My neck of the woods, and I'm really not looking forward to driving tonight, but what the heck, I drive myself crazy sometimes. All right, they're crossed up. It's good to see the Rap family here tonight. I've missed you guys so much. All right, Brian King, Tyler Krupa, and look at, people know me. I'm still a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup freak. I love these things, peanut butter and chocolate. Coming out of 4, green flag, we're back underway. 11 laps down, and look at that, Tyler Krupa shoots out like a cannon. Tyler Krupa's not messing around tonight. 44's got his foot on the floor. And here comes Brian King now, right back at it. Oh, Brian. Brian King's got three Krupas right behind him. So you got Brian King, Krupa, and Powers. Holy Toledo, that sounds like a monster movie. Tyler Krupa's looking to the outside of Brian King. And look at that, Raquel Krupa is now into the third spot. Lauren Powers Jr.'s moves right on up. And Tyler Krupa's working the outside of Brian King. This time around, we've got 14 laps down, side by side. Well, you got 4 cars right there side by side. And 2 of them are Krupas. There goes Brian King now. Tyler Krupa. Raquel Krupa's. Boy, she's battling strong tonight. Here comes Lauren Powers Jr. This is still anybody's race. And look at that, Tyler Krupa working the inside. Woo! Still side by side. Holy moly! And Raquel Krupa starting to work her way up there. Lauren Powers Jr. getting in the mix. Tyler Krupa, your leader right now. And Raquel Krupa looking to the inside of Brian King for that second spot. Holy Toledo, somebody give me a pulled pork sandwich. And Raquel Krupa now holds that second spot. Brian King dropping back to 4th as Lauren Powers Jr. takes over that 3rd position. This time around, 20 laps down in the books. And now Lauren Powers Jr. is looking to the outside of Raquel Krupa. Tyler Krupa really putting on a performance here tonight, but Raquel Krupa is really amazing tonight. And here comes Lauren Powers Jr. and then Brian King, Ed Rasmussen. There's your top 5 right there. This time around, 22 laps down. And Tyler Krupa, Raquel Krupa, Lauren Powers Jr., Brian King, Ed Rasmussen. Oh, and Lauren Powers Jr. was looking to the inside, and now he's going to the outside of Raquel Krupa. He's just trying to gather up that speed more and more. We got 25 laps down. There's your 3 fastest cars right there. Krupa, and Powers, and can't leave out Brian King. Brian King now making some ground there. He's coming up behind him. Now Lauren Powers working the outside of Raquel Krupa out of 2, and then Raquel puts on the gas and just goes right by. She is driving strong tonight. And even with all the noise I hear, somebody's got a squeaky belt out there. This time around, we've got 29 laps in the books. And now Lauren Powers Jr. is looking to the outside of Raquel Krupa again. But he just can't seem to take her on the straightaways. He gains grounds on the turns, but then once he gets to the straightaways, man, Raquel just, look at that. Boom. Tyler Krupa, Raquel Krupa, Lauren Powers Jr., Brian King. Now they come up into traffic. They're being shown the move over flag. That's kind of anybody's game. Either you stay low or you stay high. Sparks fly again from that number 9 coming out of turns number 1 and 2. 32 laps down. This time around it's going to be 33 laps down. Booyah. Brian King falling off the pace a little bit as Krupa, oh, a little bump. That's a love tap, Dad. Their family, they just give each other love taps out there. Rubbing is racing. This time around, 35 laps are done. And it's Tyler Krupa, Raquel Krupa, Lauren Powers Jr., and now Brian King getting back into the mix. Down the inside they go, right around Chris Nutton. Oh, no! Lauren Powers Jr. connects with Brian King there. Nice save from Raquel Krupa out of turn 4. Boy, she was in the dirt getting a little loose and she just corrected it. Lauren Powers Jr. looking to the outside. But he cannot catch her on the straightaways. There's your leader coming out of 4 right now, Tyler Krupa, Raquel Krupa. Next time around, we're going to have a white flag. And it's Tyler Krupa in the number 44, Reds Family Racing. He dives into turn 3. He's going to come out of turn 4 for that white flag. 1 to go. There it is, folks. Get loud for Tyler Krupa. They're going to try to make a run at it one last time. Down the backstretch they go into turn 3. And it's Tyler Krupa, Raquel Krupa coming out of 4 for the checkered flag. Look at that, double-handed Tyler Krupa. I think if Bethany was driving, I was her passenger, we'd kick some butt. Look at that, Krupa and Krupa side by side, congratulating each other. The number 44. Tyler Krupa, let him hear it, Eureka! Reds Family Racing, Eureka Glass, and right beside him, and then at number 24, Raquel Krupa. Let him hear you, Raquel. There's Raquel Krupa. Raquel, awesome driving tonight, girl. Tyler Krupa, your winner for the main event. Raquel Krupa. And it's going to be a family moment here, a family photo. No longer it's a cell phone finish now. It's no longer a photo finish, it's a cell phone finish. Tyler Krupa drove strong tonight. Bill, it's a good thing you didn't get in there. We don't need to crack that lens. So, folks, we got to give Tyler Krupa a few minutes because he's pulling double duty tonight. He's got to jump into his Legend. He doesn't have to change helmets, but, well, maybe he has to a little bit because that helmet needs to be a little bit smaller for that Legend. But we're going to let him get strapped in, and we're going to bring out the last main event. All right, here we go, starting from the back on the outside. In the number 62, he's sponsored by Collado Racing. Give it up for Matt Collado. And on the inside of that last row, where are you at? In the number 21, he's sponsored by Red's Family Racing. He's also sponsored by Eureka Glass, Visual Concepts, Six Rivers Mechanical, Humboldt Hand and Foot Therapy, out of Eureka, Tyler Krupa. Next row on the inside, and that number 11X. Give it up. Put your hands together for Dustin Meyer. And on the outside, then that number 55. He's sponsored by House Doctors Paint. He's out of Willits. Give it up for Justin Johnson. In that number 3D, sponsored by Anderson Logging. Daniels Construction from Fort Bragg, Trent Daniels. In the number 3 car, on the inside, he's sponsored by Pappy's Greasy Spoon, Can Be Music, South Clackamas Community Church, Real World Studios from Canby, Oregon, Andy Thornton. No, that one was Daniels. There's Andy Thornton. Thank you. All right, 3 and 3. Take another shot and you'll just point for this middle one. In the number 17 car, sponsored by Caliber Home Loans from Fortuna, Melissa Miles. Let's go to the number 5. Okay, good. He's sponsored by TJS Trucking, Brown Trucking, Cardwell Banker, Red's Family Racing, Hyman Construction from McKinleyville, Jordan Payman. That number 8. He's sponsored by Westpac Produce Distribution, Ray's Old Town Muffler and Auto Repair, Mako 69 Fishing Excursions from McKinleyville, Scott Taylor. Thank you very much. Now we're back on track. Ready to go. They be fast and I be slow. In the number 11, sponsored by Caldwell Banker. Cutter Realty Property Management and Westpac Produce Distribution from McKinleyville, Brett Merle. And on the inside, in that number 8, he's sponsored by Daniels Construction, Anderson Logging from Fort Bragg. That is Aiden Daniels. Thank you. Second row on the outside in the number 35. Put your hands together for Mr. Jeremy Doss. And on the inside, second row, in that number 19, we want to say happy birthday to him. He's sponsored by North Coast Lighting and Electric, Danco Builders from Eureka, Brandon White. In the number 7D, she is sponsored by Anderson Logging and Daniels Construction. Out of Fort Bragg, give it up for Kylie Daniels. What number is that, 91? Thank you. And last but not least, in the number 91, sponsored by North Coast Lighting and Electric, Danco Builders from Eureka, Gary Foster on the pole. Sorry about that, Bill. When you get 2 number 3s out there, we just pick for the one in the middle. That's it, your Legends lineup, ready to go. There goes that Harper Motors Mustang, Chris Arnold. There's our Legends lineup, ready to go. Oh, yeah. All right, Bill's showing them one at the line. And let's watch for the caution light to go out. And caution light is out. Means next time if they're side by side, they're going to drop that green flag. As long as he doesn't drop the flag on the track. Legends main event. Eureka, when they come around, I want to hear you get loud. Let's get loud for the start of this main event. And we've got one lap complete. And it's the number 91, Gary Foster. Here comes Jeremy Doss. And birthday boy himself, Brandon White. Gary Foster, Jeremy Doss, and here's caution flag. Oh, we got turn one. As they come to slow down, holy moly. We're just sitting here watching the wheels go around. The wheel and the rim both came off right from the hub. Looks like they hit the wall. That's that delivery of a wallflower. Once again, our safety crew fast at it. Make sure our drivers are safe. That's the number 3D. That's Trent Daniels. Pacific Towing. For all your towing needs, call Pacific Towing. They won't charge you an arm and leg. They just want your toes. And that means that's going to bring out the red. Red light means, hey, $2 beers. Come on, you better get over there while it's under caution, because once it goes, $2 beer, oh, you're already double-fisted. You got a big guy right next to you. Have him suck him down. Run down there. $2 beers, you can't beat that. Is the driver okay? Well, now the track is now under caution, so that means that the $2 beers are out the door. She looks younger than that. By the matter of fact, folks, the driver was okay on that last accident, so sorry I wasn't here to let you know. Eureka, they're going to be doing it tomorrow night too, right here at the Acres. They're keeping them single file. So making the trip home tonight on 299. I hope the deer are not on the road. There's nothing to eat there, so they can just stay off the road and I'll be good. I'd really hate to hit something with my Harley-Davidson pickup truck. But if I end up getting an accident, I'll just call Pacific Towing, have them bring the truck back down here. I'll go over to Harper Motors and just grab another Ford. Gary Foster, number 91, your leader. On the outside of him is going to be Mr. Jeremy Dawson, that 35. Second row on the inside is going to be Brandon White. On the outside, Aiden Daniels. Third row on the inside, the 7 is Kylie Daniels. And on the outside is going to be Mr. Scott Taylor in that number 8. Fourth row on the inside, number 5, Jordan Payment. And on the number 17, Melissa Miles, tomato, leisure. Light is out. They were showing one at the line. Only 2 laps completed. It's about to go down. As the Joker says, here we go. Birthday boy Brandon White in the number 19. He's holding on to the 3rd position. Jeremy Dawson 2nd. Jeremy Doss, he looked like he was going to get a little loose. Into turn 3, coming out of turn 4. Gary Foster working the outside. Jeremy Doss goes to the inside. And down the backstretch, Jeremy Doss now pulls out in the lead. Oh, and the caution comes out, number 11X. Justin Meyer gets a little loose. So after this main event is over, folks, we are going to bring our 2 champions for the Roadrunners and the mini stocks. We're going to bring them out front, introduce them to you. Boy, I tell you, I got the best present today, and that's seeing you guys. I checked my license to make sure it wasn't my birthday, and it's not for another month. So I was like, wow, this is a treat, and it's really good to see you guys, and I miss you guys a lot. I knew when I left, you guys would leave too. All right. As they're going to cross them up again, they have to revert back to the last lap, completed lap, which Gary Foster was in the lead. There we go. They're being shown one at the line. And look at that, he's letting them know the front row needs to stay even. No cutsies, no pulling hair, no kicking teeth. Don't try to cheat. If you get caught, then it is cheating. If you don't get caught, then hey, you got away with it. It's like, what do you say to a police officer after you get a ticket? Thank you. Can I have one for my friend too? Light is out. As they get ready to come out of 4, green flag, we're back underway. That is Jeremy Doss, Gary Foster, side by side. Brandon White, Aiden Daniels. Whoa! Jeremy Doss working the inside. He's working the inside of Gary Foster, and he does it. Brandon White now trying to get around Gary Foster. Into turn 3, coming out of turn 4, and you got a new leader, Jeremy Doss. Mr. Birthday Boy himself, Brandon White, moves into that second spot. Whoa, Nelly. Jordan Payment goes off the track, but then he gets back on. This time around, 8 laps are completed. Jeremy Doss, your leader. I hate to break the bad news to you folks, but last call for alcohol. Last call. This time around, 10 laps are done. Jeremy Doss, your leader. Brandon White in second. Jeremy Doss leading the way. Brandon White in second. Gary Foster third. Aiden Daniels fourth. And Kylie Daniels fifth. And Tyler Krupas in sixth. And then, of course, Brett Murrell. This time around, 14 laps are done. Jeremy Doss with a commanding lead. Brandon White, birthday boy himself, in second. And 16 laps are done for this main event. There's the move over flag for the number 55, Justin Johnson. Jeremy Doss with a commanding lead. Brandon White in second. There's your leader right now, diving into turn 3. He's coming out of turn 4. Jeremy Doss, number 35. And he goes to the inside of Scott Taylor. "20 laps are down and in the books, ready to go." Matt Colato, and that number 62. Tyler Krupa, now he's trying to get into the top 5. And 22 laps are down. Jeremy Doss is driving a perfect race, staying in control. And 24 laps now in the books. I don't think Jeremy Doss is going to be slowing down for anybody. 26 laps are down and completed. There he goes into turn 3. Brandon White at least 10 car lengths behind him. And still rocking and rolling, Jeremy Doss. He is just flat out fast tonight. Oh, and number 17 slowing down a little bit. There he goes down, your leaders down the back stretch into turn number 3, coming out turn number 4. This time around, oh, and there's the caution comes out. Right there in turn 4. Looks like it's Melissa Miles and number 62, Matt Colato. So this is going to change things dramatically because Jeremy Doss and birthday boy Brandon White are going to be side by side with Gary Foster and Aiden Daniels right behind him. Kylie Daniels. And it looks like the number 11 of Brett Merle, and then, of course, Tyler Krupa. Tyler Krupa is currently running 7th. I was born on the 7th, so that's not a bad position at all. And they're going to keep them single file while they get everything taken care of. And they're going to cross them up. 29 laps in the books. Our director of competition, Mr. Ryan Leisure. Public enemy number 1 right there. When some folks don't like the call. My last race here was the open show, and I had somebody yelling at me. They're looking them over, coming out of 4, green flag, we're back underway. Can Brandon White do it, the birthday boy, or is Jeremy Doss just gonna run away with it? This time around, 30 laps are down. Tyler Krupa is still holding on to that 7th spot. Look at Kylie Daniels trying to make a move on Brett Merle. And 32 laps in the books. This time around, whoa, 33 laps down, 7 to go. Jeremy Doss driving a fantastic race. Brandon White, birthday boy himself, in 2nd. "35 laps, 5 to go." Brett Merle now taking that position over from Aiden Daniels. 4 laps left in our main event. And Jeremy Doss driving a fantastic race. Next time around, He's going to get that white flag. He goes into turn 3, coming out turn 4. Here goes, white flag, 1 to go for Jeremy Doss. He goes down the back stretch into turn number 3, coming at turn number 4. Here comes double-handed, the checker flag, Jeremy Doss. Brandon White takes second. Now we're going to bring out our Roadrunner and our mini stock champions. Jeremy Doss gives the thumbs up out of the passenger side window. We're going to be crowning our champion for our mini stock and our Roadrunners in a few moments. He's pointing up to somebody. He's like, just give me the trophy. I got to build a bigger mantle anyways. He wants to check a flag so he can do a reverse victory lap. Give me the flag, keep the trophy. No, because then he's going to want my autograph on it, and then I just can't do that. As he does the reverse victory lap. Oh, really? Jeremy Doss. Not only is he a legend in his own mind, but he is one fantastic driver. As he's getting ready to come out. As we're waiting for him to get his helmet off, he's going to have to check his hair because he's going to have a photo opportunity. It's much easier just to throw on a cap and get out. Let him hear it. Jeremy Doss, put your hands together. Jeremy, fantastic driving tonight, my friend. I still believe you weld your gas pedal right to the frame and just go. But if you don't like the way Jeremy drives, stay off the sidewalks. That's what's up, Jeremy. Give him another round of applause, Eureka. All right, Jeremy, you've been promising me a trophy for a long time. My mantle's completely empty because all I do is talk. Oh, I know you know. Give another round of applause, Jeremy Doss, your legend main event winner tonight. I didn't even drive tonight, and I'm the winner tonight. I saw some old friends that, God, you guys do this to me again, I'm going to cry.
I hope to see you again.
You know, let me get a picture with you guys.
Hope to see you next time.
All right. At your leisure, Mr. Ryan. We're going to bring out our champions right now. Our champions for our Roadrunner division and our champions for our mini stock division. And I do believe I let you guys know that it was last call for alcohol because the beer booth is shut, closed down. And I do believe my microphone's still working. Yes, it is. Ah. As we are working our way down to the track. And here I am, making my way out. All right. First, we're going to talk with number 16. Oh. There we go. Eric, come on over here real quick. So our 2021 champion, Eric O'Farrell. Give it up for Eric.
I need to thank my motor builder, Bill Lackey, Gary Clanto, my dad, my mom, my wife, John's Used Cars Records, Clyde's Towing, Wally's Machine Shop, and everybody else that's helped me.
Give another round of applause, folks. Now, Bob Ratzloff. You don't want me to turn that down. I will crack that thing. So, Bob, come on over here. So, your 2021 champion, Bob Ratzloff. Bob, I don't care what you say, you still spell your name backwards, it's still Bob.
True.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank McKinleyville Glass, Dwayne Johnston Trucking, Han Solo, Mom, Dad, brother, Doug Way, and a lot of other people.
That's way too much right there.
No, but you got to give it.
Give him another round of applause, Bob Ratzloff. Eureka, I miss you guys so much. I'm glad to be back here announcing again. Thank you to Mick Moulton, Jim Red. I miss you guys a lot. So have a good night. I'm going to pack up and I'm going to drive home, or I'm going to drive myself crazy, one or the other. Have a good night, folks.
Welcome to fun, rewards, and more chances to win. Bear River Casino and Resort is waiting for you. Visit the River's Edge restaurant. Stay at the beautiful hotel. But you want to stay at Bear River Casino and Resort.
Hey, y'all, downstairs at Redwood Acres Raceway, you can visit Cook's Barbecue and get yourself a good pulled pork sandwich or all the other barbecue fixings that you can dream of. But be sure to stop down and see Cook's Barbecue downstairs of the grandstands.
DCI Builders has earned a reputation as a premier construction company in Humboldt County. Their goal is consistent performance, high-quality workmanship to meet their customers' needs and being a knowledgeable resource for all of their customers. We are continually grateful to serve and be a part of your community. Please contact DCI Builders for any type of building you need. Harper Ford and Harper Kia is your destination for a new or used vehicle. Located just north of Eureka on Highway 101, Harper Ford is your premier Ford dealership in Humboldt County. If you need a new or used vehicle, visit Harper Ford and Harper Kia. Mercer Fraser Construction has been a longtime supporter of Redwood Acres Raceway. Located at 77 West 2nd Street in Eureka, Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank Mercer Fraser for their continued support.
Mid-City Motor World is your local Toyota and Honda dealer just north of Eureka on Highway 101. You can reach them at 707-443-4871 and visit their website at midcitymotorworld.com. If you need a new Toyota or Honda, contact Mid-City Motor World. For all of your automotive needs, you need to check out O'Reilly's Auto Parts. They're in Eureka, Fortuna, and McKinleyville. Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank O'Reilly's for their continued support. Pacific Towing is a proud supporter of Redwood Acres Raceway. Next time you need a tow or you get your keys locked in your car, contact Pacific Towing. They're located at 210 V Street in Eureka and can be contacted at 707-443-8482. That's Pacific Towing. Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank Pape Machinery for all of their support in 2021. Pape Machinery is your local Caterpillar dealer, so if you're looking for machinery, go visit them. Pape Machinery is located on Jacobs Avenue just north of Eureka. Redwood Acres Raceway would like to thank Schaefer's Ace Hardware and Henderson Center for their continued support. If you need anything related to your home or garden, please visit Schaefer's Ace Hardware in friendly Henderson Center. Spencer Electric has more than 30 years experience in electrical, including underground, healthcare, industrial, traffic signals, commercial, and residential wiring. If you need anything electrical, contact Spencer Electric at 707-441-9004. Find your cut and style at Supercuts. They are now open in the Bayshore Mall. You can contact them at 707-443-1515 to schedule your next hair appointment. Supercuts. Valley Petroleum is a proud supporter of Redwood Acres Raceway. If you need petroleum, visit one of their many card locks located throughout the North Coast.